And now, News Channel 10's Storm Track Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Doppler Dave Oliver.
Well, I was just telling Dave, I made the most of it. I went out and ran, but the shady spots, the dog pulls, I did a few spins. No crash landings, but there were some close calls for sure.
Overall, things looking a lot better this afternoon, and I could tell spirits were up around town. You know, I was at the grocery store, and some people were pretty nice to me. Monday, I pulled up to a light, and a lady was doing this to me, you know, and I was going, wow. So I like today a lot better, you know. Nice to have people on my side again. Let's have a look from Wonderland Park, and you'll see right off the bat, the sun has departed. The sun has set, and boy, that's all it takes to get the temperatures back down. We dropped off about 5 degrees in the last hour just because the sun has set. 38 right now. The wind is still light, and that's a real blessing when you get those temperatures down into the 30s. It's only 3 miles per hour. We were calm a good part of the afternoon, so you can see the wind chill is still pretty similar to that actual air temperature. Right now it feels like 36 degrees. But today was the first time we've actually been above freezing for about 2.5 days. We went below freezing a little after midnight Sunday, early Monday morning, and we were below freezing all day Monday, all day yesterday. It was up until about lunchtime. We finally got above freezing here in Amarillo. So this is what used to be the lake out at Medi Park. It looks more like a hockey rink. I took that picture early this afternoon. So we still have some thawing to do, but let's go to the Arctic tundra here of Lambeau Field across the viewing area. This is the snowpack. It's not quite as pristine as it was yesterday. You still see plenty of snow on the ground this morning, but it doesn't look quite as fresh. Kind of looks like it's been trampled on here a little bit. In fact, Stacy, I thought I saw some of your footprints from your run this morning. Not sure we can get that quite that detailed, but on top of that snow cover, it was yet another very frigid morning. Back to the Polar Bear Club. Now, this guy needs some chili. I noticed that right off the bat. He needs a couple bowls of chili. He is cold. Bushland and Groover down to 2 this morning. We didn't have anybody go below 0 like we did yesterday, but it was kind of close. Boise City, Panhandle 3, Canyon down to 6 degrees. And here for Amarillo, our second morning down in the single digits. We dropped down to 7. These look more like football scores. A couple touchdowns there at Clarendon, 14. Kicked a field goal at Childress, went ahead at 17. Then we have the cold stuff, Hereford 2, Dalhart 4. And again, mighty cold temperatures out there. But today, plenty of sunshine. Here's our satellite loop, a few little high clouds drifting in. Those will be hardly noticeable. We did make it up to 46 in Amarillo. We've come back down to 38. We made it into the 50s off the Cap Rock, but it's falling fast there. Childress at 40. Even down into the 20s out of Tucumcari, where the snow is still pretty much intact out that way. But the wind speeds still light. We're seeing less than 10 miles per hour across the area. But just about the time we turn the corner and start thawing and start to see some improving weather, I have to show you the blue up here to the north, because as we throw temperatures on here, it's in the 20s from Bismarck down to Denver. The 30s there around Rapid City. That's the next shot of cooler air. Kind of see the clouds pushing south right about in here. So the front is starting to push down close to Colorado. It will continue to make progress overnight. We still have that polar pipeline opened up. So I think tomorrow we might start off around 40 or get up near 40, say around midday, and then we're falling back into the 30s late tomorrow through Friday. Friday will just barely get above freezing, I'm afraid. This will be a dry front. There might be a flurry in there somewhere, but really what we're tracking for next week as we take you off the west coast, the jet stream still pretty active, starting to dive down to the south here. We're going to see another upper level low from the Pacific fire up. This is going to be about the next Tuesday to Wednesday time frame. That's going to move towards us, and right now it looks like it may be a wet system. We'll have to watch the temperatures very carefully. Right now, I think we might be in the 40s when it comes in, so might primarily be a rainmaker, but you know how it goes here in December. If this gets hold of just a little bit more colder air, if temperatures drop off a little more than what we anticipate now, that could be a snowmaker for parts of the area. Again, about Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Tonight, cold again, but probably not in the single digits, probably double digits, 18. There's our front, just oozing south. I think Amarillo near 40 at midday. And then as the northerly winds kick in, we'll drop back down to 37 as we finish out tomorrow. So, again, looks like our warm-up gets cut short a little bit. 18 tonight here for Amarillo. Tomorrow we look at that 40 before we turn cooler. And here in the Supercast, again, you'll see the disappointment there on temperatures. Friday, 35. Cool this weekend in the 40s. Again, right now, Tuesday looks wet. Whether or not that's liquid or snow remains to be seen. But we'll be watching that one carefully. So stay tuned.
Thanks so much, Dave.
This is a News Channel 10 severe weather update.
Howdy friends, Doppler Dave here in the Storm Track Center. We are tracking a very potent and very severe storm just north of Amarillo right now, and it is dropping south towards at least part of the metro area. We don't know exactly how much the city will be affected, at least the east side, but this is a storm that has a history of golf ball hail and some strong winds, and we're seeing some signs of rotation. Let's take a look at see what that storm looks like. This is from Wonderland Park looking to the north, and look at the low-hanging clouds that are indicating the leading edge of the storm. Doppler Dave here. We've run into a major tornado developing. We're just about 3 miles to the west of Happy. This tornado is moving to the east-northeast. It will be approaching Happy. We're hoping that it's going to stay just north of there and miss Happy, but it's going to be a close call. We're monitoring this very close. Earlier, I-40 had been closed from Tucumcari back eastward to the state line. Now it's closed all across the Texas Panhandle except right here in the city. So if you need to get around on I-40 in the city, you can do that because we have plows, but from the state line, wow, that was lightning and thunder. That gets us weather guys stoked up, I guarantee you. This is a thunder snowstorm right now. That's crazy. You don't see it very often, but when you do see thunder, lightning, and snow, it's usually coming down like cruising off to the northeast. I'm looking out ahead of it. We do have a few farmhouses. This tornado is only about 1.5 miles from us right now. Looks like there are a few structures in the path. The debris cloud is really starting to kick up right now. Looks like this pretty large circulation is really getting after it. I'm going to recommend that people in Olton, especially on the east side, go ahead and seek shelters. This tornado, real quick, big hail. Go for it. Okay, Doppler Dave, we're standing in large hail, but look at the tornado forming just southeast of Olton. Just southeast of Olton, the tornado is only about 0.5 mile from us, but it's moving the other way.